Alright, so we're looking at two pieces of a trip. So the first 3 miles is on the bike. So that's the bike right here. He's riding to the bike, and then he meets his friend Jeremy, and then the remaining mile they walk to school. The whole trip takes 30 minutes. Okay. So we don't really know how much time is allocated to each part. We also don't know really the rate for the bike and the walk. But we do know, well, let's see. We'll just call this, we'll say let B be the bike rate. So we'll put B here. And, okay, let W be the walking rate. Okay, so on the bike, he rides 3 miles, right? So that's on the bike, 3 miles. And on the walk, it's just 1 mile. So for time, that would be distance over rate. You could write that as 3 over B. Remember, rate times time is equal to distance. And then from that, we could get distance over time is equal to rate. And also time is equal to distance over rate. Okay, all of those come from the same formula. So I've set it up this way, right? And then the walk is the rate, so distance is 1 over W, that would be the time. Okay. We also know, and this is like pretty much given to us here, is that to ride the whole distance, that would take 20 minutes, right? So for that one, I think what I'll do is, there's only one variable in that. So we can say the bike rate. So the bike rate is equal to the distance, which is 4 miles. That's the whole distance, right? The whole distance over the time. Now I'm going to change this, instead of minutes, let's change that to hours. So that would be 20 out of 60, which does simplify to a third. Okay, so that is equal to dividing by a third, right? Which when we divide, we multiply by the reciprocal. So B is equal to 12. All right. Okay, so but for the walk rate, what we have here is the total time. We know that total time there. Let me change that to a different one here. The total amount of time, if we add up the time on the bike and the time walking, it took 30 minutes, which is a half of an hour. So that would be a half of an hour. Okay. So let me set up that equation over here. So I've got this total time, 3 over B plus 1 over W is equal to a half, because it's a half of an hour, 30 minutes, right? And we also have B. We have that value for B is 12, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and substitute that. Let's just keep that. So 3 over B, B is 12, right? Alright, plus 1 over W is equal to a half. Alright, and let's just go ahead and isolate. This is a quarter. So 1 over W is equal to a half minus a quarter. So 1 over W is equal to a quarter. Well, I can see W equals 4. I don't need to do anything else here. So W equals 4. So, and that's going to be, these are miles, and now we have it per hour, because these are hours, right? And this was hours here as well. So the rates are the bike, let me just change this to a different color. So the bike rate is 12 miles per hour, right? Because we're talking about miles. And the walk is 4 miles per hour. Okay, that's kind of a different one because you didn't really have to. I mean, the substitution was pretty simple. It's actually just a number. All right.